Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings. What y'all got going on? Yes, sir. I'm back for another one, man. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day. Been a real good day. It's been a long day. But I wasn't even probably gonna do one today. I wasn't even probably gonna get into it today. But I'm here, to actually get it cracking and get it going. Yes, sir. I had a long day at work, but we're gonna do some more work right now. Yes, sir. We must profess there's only one God. No one with him, no one besides him, no one before him, and no one after him at all. We should believe that. But my message for today is, it's gonna be a real good one because that I wasn't even gonna actually do this one. I was gonna do something totally different, but it just came to my mind, and I don't want to be too long with it. But a friend actually brought this topic to mind, because she actually sent me a TikTok or some little short video about about people talking about the end of in the world prophecies, in the time prophecies, and all this type of stuff. They still talking about April 8th and all this solar eclipse and all this other little stuff going on, man. But my intake on that and how I feel about all this stuff, man, people are just starting to wake up. That's all it is. That's my whole intake on that. Like a lot of people, and then again, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are not starting to wake up. A lot of people are still asleep. A lot of people are still thinking like, they still got time to play around. A lot of people are thinking like, they still got time to do what they want to do and thinking everything is going to be, cookies and bubbles and cotton candy and fruit parfaits. But it ain't going to be that. The Lord is, setting everything in stone. Everything he said was going to happen is definitely happening right now. But people not even paying attention to that. They so caught up in what the world got to offer them, and how much money this person make, or what kind of car this person drive, or if I can get this girl this day, or if I can get this man to spend this kind of money on me, or if I could be in this type of position or this circle with these type of people. They so fixed on the things that are of the world, they not paying attention that God is actually warning us. He's actually warning us with these things that's coming to pass. It talks about in Revelation. It talks about the rumors of wars. It talks about the hurricanes, the earthquakes, the floods, the fires that's going on, all this type of stuff, man. It's talked about in the Bible. But no one is paying attention to none of this stuff that's going on right now because they too fixed on these celebrities. I seen this crap going on with P. Diddy or whatever. He got in some type of trouble now or something like that. But them celebrities, man, they got a whole nother world they in. So I don't really pay too much attention to these cats. But they done picked their own poison already. So we already know what's gonna happen is and where they going when they die. So hey, not too concerned about them. But the great fall away, you know, is something that is happening right now. People are becoming lovers of themselves. I said this in my last video. People are really not, putting God up, making God a priority. They really, just making God an option. They doing everything they make themselves feel good. They doing everything, that could please themselves. They're not really looking towards the sky. They're not looking towards the word. They're not looking towards, the Savior. They're not looking towards any of that. They just trying to live their life the way they want to and just, thinking everything is going to be okay. But I'm here to let y'all know that's not how it's going to be. And if we continue on, I'm going to get back into that. Let me read my verse real quick. But I must say that, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share the video, And don't be one of those monitoring spirits that just watch me for just the sake of it or whatever. But my verse today is from Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 2, all the way. I'm going to go all the way to verse 12. It's going to be a long one. And he says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as the day of the Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a great falling away first." Remember, I just said that. Great falling away first. "And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is a God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withheld us, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he know now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy them with the brightness of his coming. I want to pause there for a minute. So it just told you about what's like really going to happen to y'all. And that's on verse 8. Like the wicked, the people that's living in these fleshly desires, the people that are living upon their flesh, the people that are living in the world and not really caring and living like they want to live, they're not looking at the consequences. They're not looking at and thinking there's no consequence, because the world is constantly teaching you that you can live the way you want to live, okay? And you'll still be saved, and you can do what you want to do, and you'll still be okay, But the Bible doesn't teach that. The Bible doesn't teach you can live the way you want to live and continue to live that way and still be saved and still go to heaven. The Bible don't teach you that. The Bible teaches you that, okay, well, if you live a certain way according to the way you want to live, then you have to choose your own faith, I will turn you over to the one that you are serving. Because if you're doing the works of the flesh, you are not doing the works of God, So, but that's just to, give a little ear to what it is, Even him who's coming in after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness and of righteousness and unrighteousness, in that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. I just said that. And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe in not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. It's sad, because it seems like people nowadays, they don't want to hear the truth, man. It seems like people nowadays want to stay in sin. It seems like nowadays people are comfortable with doing the wrong thing. Nowadays, it's people that, if doing the right thing is wrong and doing the wrong thing is right. So, but if we continue in this path, like I said a minute ago, then we leave ourselves no more room for grace. We leave ourselves no more room to be saved. We leave ourselves no more room for God to show us mercy, because at some point you got to know God's mercy is gonna run out. He's not gonna keep on lending his hand to you. He's not gonna keep on showing you as much grace as you think he is. God has a purpose to fulfill. God has a prophecy to fulfill. And I always say this. It says in the Bible. It's like it says in Matthew. For many are called, but few are chosen. So if you continue on to walk in the ways of your own understanding and continue to do what you want to do and not think nothing can going to happen to you, then hey, man, But God knew this was going to happen, though. The Lord knew this was going to happen. He knew you was going to, like I said, I always say that he knew you were going to love Satan more than you love him. That's why he always give you a choice, to live your life the way you want to live your life, to do what you want to do. But this is the thing, people. The great fall away is it's crazy because it's happening now. It's happening right now. I just read and I spoke about it in the Bible, but it's happening right now. And no one is paying attention to that, People want to cling on to this worldly Christ. People want to cling on to this worldly God that tells you, okay, like I just said, you can do whatever you want to do, live the way you want to live, and act the way you want to act, but then, still claim the name God, still walk with the name of God, still say the name of God, like that's going to get you somewhere. Like that's really going to make a difference in your life. Like that's really going to, make your life any better. Because you're being lied to, But no one is going to tell you this, though, because they want to keep taking your money. These churches are not going to tell you this because they want to keep on benefit off of you. They're not going to tell you this because they could care less about your soul. They can care less whether you go to heaven or hell or not. They could care less, because they're getting richer while you be following blind people. they get a monetary gain while you give them your money and you going home broke and you didn't learn anything, you're not benefiting from them, so you still living the same life you living, you still doing the same thing you've been doing, you're not getting convicted of anything, so why still continue to go to church? If you see all these years that you've been doing the same old thing, you've been living the same old lifestyle, and you've been doing these same old routines over and over and over and over again, and nothing has changed, then that means you need to reassess some things and really think about, like, okay, is this man really a true person of God? Is this person really leading me in the righteous ways, Because if you're going to a church and you're continually the same person, you haven't changed at all, yeah, that means that church is really not teaching you nothing, Because any church or any pastor or any minister or whatever you want to call itself is not preaching against your sins or not preaching what the Bible tells them to preach. That's not a messenger of God. That's not a man of God. God didn't send that person to come to you. God didn't send that person to lead no one. The devil sent that man to lead his pockets and to lead him right to hell, yeah. But the devil sent that man to lead you right to hell, exactly where you're going. You keep following this person, So we got to thank people, But so many of us, we so comfortable, with like, okay, well, let's continue to follow the holidays. Let's continue to do what everybody else is doing. Let's continue to do whatever we want to. Let's continue drinking. Let's continue smoking. Let's continue to do all these things that we want to do, but still call the name Jesus Christ and still call the name God and still call on God when we get in trouble and all this type of stuff. He's going to come through for me. He's going to show me grace. Yeah. When you living of the flesh and you doing the thing that make you feel good and you doing everything that makes yourself, deal with what you deal with the best way you know how, that's not God blessing you. I can't stress that fact enough, because I always say this. Satan has his children and so does God. Not everyone is a child of God, So everyone that says I'm a child of God and then you're still doing wrong and you continue to doing wrong, how long? This you gotta ask yourself this. How long do you think you can continue to do these things? How long you can continue to live in sin and think you're gonna continue to live in sin before God cut you off? I think I was just talking to somebody else about this also, about someone they knew. Like, how long you think God gonna show you this much mercy? How long will he continue to, show you much grace? How long will you continue to do these things? It reminds me of a situation I was in where I think I told this story back in the day or whatever. But I had a dream, that I saw, that now, mind you, that's not the way Christ looked. The Christ that I seen in my dream was not Jesus Christ. It wasn't no Yahshua I was seeing, but it wasn't Yahshua. So I'm not sure, if that was actual, Christ, telling me that or, begging me or letting me know, like, okay, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because, that's not how Christ looked, so it might have been a deceitful dream. All I know is, that it brought conviction on me because it let me know, something I was doing wrong and I had to fix it, And I remember the statue or whatever it was that was like 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall, and it just looked at me and told me, like, why must you, what did it say? I forgot about that. It said, why must you tempt me and I've showed you nothing but mercy, or I've showed you nothing but grace, So, and then I woke up the next day and then the next day something happened with my car or something like that. So that was my wake-up call to let me know, it's something I had to change about myself, it's something I had to change. And then needless to say that I didn't change around that. So things just kept happening. But this is what I'm saying to you. If God is telling you something and God is actually talking to you and you're getting signs about certain things, and you don't do what God is telling you to do, trust me, bad things start happening to you. Like if you're talking to somebody you're not supposed to be around, if you're around these certain people you're not supposed to be around, you certain environments, you doing things, but God will let you know. God, and if you don't, then bad things like start happening to you, like it's real, But people don't pay. They just think like, oh, okay, that's just what it is, Life just happened like that, Oh man, people just people. No, people are not just people, All the time who you seeing and all the time who you looking at, it's not who you think they are. You know what I'm saying? If you are walking with God and you are a child of God, not everyone that is of the world and that is in the world is your friend, and they will not be your friend. They will never be your friend, because God said, they hated me, they're gonna hate you also. So if you are a follower of Christ and you walking with God, and you say you follow Christ like you say you follow Christ, and you still got all these people, well, don't get me wrong, like I always say, God will, let the people like you. A lot of people will, like you because you standing on something, you know what I'm saying? Because you believe in something, because you are standing in roots or something. But if you're liked it by more than hated, then that's a problem, because that means you're still trying to fit in. God never called you to fit in. God told you to be different, So with this great fall away, it's just a topic that I try to touch a lot of people on. I've seen so many people like, just stuck in sin, man. They just stuck in drinking. They don't know how to just have like one drink and know their limit, and don't know how to get drunk, because the Bible says you should not get drunk, you should not drink to get drunk. So people just smoking. Well, don't get me wrong, weed has its purpose in this world, because God made it. So weed has its purpose, but like he didn't purpose it to be smoked. Nothing that God put in this earth, that we should be smoking. You should not put no type of smoke in your body at all. But God didn't purpose weed to be smoked. Marijuana has its benefits. It has its, its purpose on this earth. But it's not used to be smoked. It's other ways. If you like THC, okay, cool. There's other ways you can use that. There's other ways you can benefit from that. But why smoke it? That's just a way of trying to use excuses for your sins. You like getting high. Basically, you like smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? So just say what it is. Call a spade, Don't try to make excuses, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, God did this. God didn't put anything on this earth for us to smoke, So, and there's a lot of people that's living in sexual sin, that's just a slave to lust, They got to be sleeping with this person, got to be sleeping with that person, It's like it's normal to them, Then they form these soul ties with these people and wonder why they can't let them go, or wonder why they always keep thinking about these people, or wonder why so many thoughts in their head, and the reason why, you so tied in these relationships, and then they're not good for you, but you're still around because of these soul ties, because and why women are so disloyal nowadays and can't find nobody, why they can't, get a husband, because they've been sleeping around so much. Now they can't commit to one person, because they still feel like I have options. You know what I'm saying? I need options. I still feel like I can't just commit to this one person. So, and why men the same thing, and watch porn so much, whatever, and now it seems to now and it brings your testosterone down, brings your value down as a man. So now you feel like I can't commit to one woman now, because now I got a spiritual spouse, So now I got somebody I'm in the spiritual realm with, I'm in love with, so now I can't, fall for no one else, and I need these certain videos for me to get right. So man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot, bro, but in the last days, people will say, Lord, did not say unto you, did not call your name, Lord, did not say that I was a follower of you, did not say, I was the one, that follows you and did your works and did everything for you. And we say this all the time, what the Lord is going to say to those type of people. He's going to say, depart from me, for I never knew you, ye workers of iniquity. It's sad to think, man, it's sad to say that, everybody not going to make it, man, Everybody not going to go to heaven, If I had to estimate right now and give y'all an estimate, out of if 200 people died today, out of that 200, I'd say probably 2 or 3 would probably make it to heaven. Because no one is following the ways, man. No one is keeping God. And God says, everybody say, I love God, I love Christ, I love God, I love Christ. But if God said you love me, you'll keep my commandments. God said if you obey me, if you respect me, you'll obey what I tell you to do, But how many people are doing that? None are doing that. None are actually doing what God asked them to do. And if they are doing it, they're doing it their own way. They're not doing it exactly what he said. They're doing it their own way. They're making things fit their way of living. They're making things fit their lifestyle or how they want to do it and what they want to do. No, it don't work like that, man. So I just wish people would wake up, man, and actually do what God is telling them to do and actually obey the commandments, but they won't do it, man. It's supposed to be this way. All I can say is supposed to happen like this. It's supposed to be like that. People are supposed to fall away. But the ones that fall away, they're going to be still left here, in the second death. They won't make the first resurrection. It's sad to say, but they won't make the first one. And hey, that's cool. Hey, everybody not fit to go there. Everybody not fit to go to heaven. Everybody not fit to do that because it's tough, man. This is a very strong and, man, dedicated and tough walk, man. Everybody don't want to. Everybody not gonna see that way. Only if you find a narrow path. It's tough. Because people get on it. But when they see how tough it is, and they see the stuff you got to do, and deny yourself, and all the things you have to give up, and the people you have to give up, and the things of the world you have to give up, they turn away from it because they like, okay, well, this might not be what I want. You know what I'm saying? Let me go do something else. But hey, man, you want God, though. You want to go to heaven, right? You want to see the Father. You want to see Yahshua, right? You want to see God. So do what you got to do, man. But if not, don't go to hell. Die and go to hell. That's just what it is. It's either God's way or it's no way. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way. Ain't no loopholes. Ain't no in and out. Ain't no way. You can't go around it. You got to go through it. If you're gonna be hot or you cold. Can't be lukewarm. You got to pick a side. At some point in life, it's coming to it's the end of times. But how many times are we gonna say this? We got to wake up us as a people. We have to make a decision. What are we gonna do? One day I want to be with God. Another day I don't want to be with God. One day I want to, live right. Another day I don't want to live right. We got to make a decision, people. Us as a people, we have to make a decision of what we want to do, and how we want to live our lives, Because, God is not, waiting on you. He's going to continue to do what he's going to do. He's going to continue to live, to save the souls and accept the ones that are of him, And we got to learn to turn away from these churches also. These false churches that's teaching you about these false religions, that teach you about these false holidays and these false teachings. We got to learn to identify them, and turn away from them. And get as far away from them as we can, because they're going to lead you astray, So my closing message for today, man, is, man, I highly recommend the people to turn around, man. The ones that feel like you turning away from God, or feel like you leaving God, or feel like that you need to get your life back right, man. Do that, man. Turn away from all the things of the world, because the world ain't got too much to offer, man. It's nothing but a bunch of people, just living in sin, throwing their life away, man. I see everybody nowadays, bro. When my eyes got open, man, how I feel nowadays, man, I walk outside, man, I be like, man, everybody's doing the same thing, man. It's like it's normal nowadays, bro. It's like everybody just living the life they want to live, man. They just living how they want to live, and with no accountability. They not trying to follow no type of orders, They're not trying to do nothing, man. They just, like I said, forgot about God. God don't even matter no more. God is not even a priority, not even a thought no more. People only think about God when a church person come around. Even them people ain't even holy, and they not even walking the way they supposed to walk, So people just doing whatever, man, But like the Bible said, though, in the great fall away, I just read it in Thessalonians. So if I could say anything in my closing message, man, just people turn around, man. It's time to wake up, man. It's time to stop playing. It's time to get serious with God, man, to get your life right, Stop, stop making it seem like like God owe you something. God don't owe you a thing, God has a prophecy, like I said a minute ago, to fulfill, Whether you walk the righteous ways or not, that prophecy is going to be fulfilled, Whether you want to do what God told you to do or not, that prophecy is going to be fulfilled. But I ask you, do you really love God? And are you really trying to walk the righteous ways? Because if so, Do that, man. Stop worrying about what people think about you. Stop worrying about, of how people might view you or what people might say to you or people might call you lame, man. This is a part of the walk, man. Be peculiar. Be okay with being different, and come back to Christ. Believe on the Son. Believe on the Father. Stop thinking that the Bible is fake, because everything is spoke about and everything that's going on in the world right now is talked about in the Bible. It's talked about, prophecies that have come is being fulfilled right now. The rumors of war, like I said, everything it's all coming to pass, but people still don't see it. I say unto you, brother and sisters, human family, wake up. Playtime is over with, man. It's time to get serious, man. It's time to get serious about God. It's time to make Him the ruler over your life. But not just say it, mean it, stand on it, walk by it, live it. Don't just read the Bible. Don't just go to church. Read the Bible and apply it to your life. Do exactly what He's telling you to do and what He's asking you to do. Trust me. It all works out for the greater good. So, yes, that was my message for the day, And man, I try to, again, I don't always try to make videos long, man, but hey, it is what it is, man. I got a word to get across. I got a word to speak, and I'm gonna continue to do that, I'm gonna continue to stay on this path, man. Everybody's really walking with God, and that's really walking with the Son, and that's really believes on Him, believe in His word, and have the faith that Christ can do it all, and that God is, is the Father, He is the way. Stay in that. Keep reading your Bible. Keep fasting, Keep believing. Keep applying the word to your life. Keep doing everything you need to do, and trust me, in due time, God will bless you. And then when it's all up, when it's over with, you will meet God in the sky. So yes, my video for today, yeah, man, it was good, demo with y'all, man. Give me a couple more days, man. I got some things to take care of tomorrow. I gotta go see about my car, everything too. I gotta go see about some other things also, But yeah, man, it's been real good. Everything's been amazing, and man, stay in the walk, And for the ones that are not in the walk, come on. This is a blessing, man. God loves you, man. Trust me. It's just the way. You can't do it without Him. Stop trying. Give it up. Surrender over to Him. Turn your life over to God. Be baptized, Baptized in the name of Jesus Christ, Get right with the Lord, Leave the world behind. It ain't worth it, man. Trust me. Come back. So like I said, give me a couple days, man. It's all love. Shalom.